legend where magic meets the heart. Commander Pod, where the stories unfold, with heroes and villains new and old. Dungeons and Dragons got the word, the world of EDH we play.
Hello everyone, welcome again to Commander's Pod. I'm your pod father Duncan.
I'm Sloan.
And I'm Jeff.
And first of all, I want to apologize for not having an episode last week and no announcement. I was sick and we were going to have Sloan and Jeff do it solo, and then Sloan's son got sick. So
Yep. I apologize.
Yep. So
I didn't do anything wrong, so I don't apologize.
we tried, but
right.
and then the second day I could physically be here, but my voice was gone. And Sloan's son was still sick, so nobody wants Aggro Jeff all by himself. He just tends to get angry and break stuff. So,
yeah.
But anyway,
A lot of broken things.
This week we're going to have what we call command bites, just some little bits of news that you may have missed, or just catching you up, or things you might not have heard all the details on. I do think Aggro Jeff's in the building. I thought I heard some stuff breaking earlier. And some raging going on, so I think he's going to make an appearance.
We're breaking dishes up in here, but not in the same way.
Right, and then we'll have some pro tips.
Yes, sir.
So, there, Aggro Jeff.
Hi.
What's aggravating you?
Well, video game controllers are unbelievable, unacceptable. I don't know if you guys have had to deal with this. These things are so freaking expensive. They break all the time. How come you can have a computer with a keyboard and a mouse that lasts for like ever, but you can't create a controller for Xbox or Nintendo or any of these companies that can last more than a couple years?
Were you playing Arena?
What?
Were you playing Arena? No.
No. This is
Magic,
this is not Magic related. This is just my aggravation because I have to buy these controllers all the time for my children, and it's ridiculous. And they don't throw them or drop them or do anything crazy to them. It's like they're designed to break and just take my money. And at least with Magic, who is designed to take my money, I get something. Like I rarely get a card and I'm like, this card no longer works. Sometimes. Really great what the Magic people did when they got rid of all of our cards. It worked. And the last cut they did before they replaced them,
It's called manufactured obsolescence.
It could be. I suspect it might be. I have no evidence to prove it, though. Well,
and just to let you know why, because keyboards cost $250 and mouses cost $100, so it's about $350 worth of equipment. For one controller, it costs like $60
my
$70.
keyboard doesn't cost
$100
and it doesn't break.
Oh, I'm talking about
I use it every day,
keyboards.
but it doesn't matter. I use my keyboard every day, and it's not broken. It doesn't break. My mouse every day, it's not broken. It doesn't break. And I get that they're $100. Controllers for an Xbox are like $65, $70 now. It's not far off from $100.
You say it's not your children, but mine, I've never had to replace mine.
Yeah, mine.
You've never replaced your Xbox or Nintendo Switch controllers?
No.
Yeah, I just
All right,
replaced
my children are having a conversation tonight.
I just replaced my first set of Switch controllers when I got my Switch 8 years ago.
And you guys play them often?
Yeah, my kids
All right,
play mine
guys,
every day.
I need you to write in. Is this a problem you're seeing too, or do I just need to have a talk with my kids? Just let me know. If I'm aggravated at someone or something, I need to know what it is.
It's either the controllers or the kids.
Yeah, one or the other, yeah.
Sounds like parental obsolescence.
Well, I just need help. I need parental help. Help me parent, please.
Yeah.
If that's not, although I suspect that's not the problem. I don't think it's the kids. But I'm open to it, the possibility.
Okay. Well, let's get into the command bites. The first one, so some of this is going to be a little bit older for some of you. You may have already heard it. Others of you may not have heard it, so hopefully you'll be, because some of these we were going to do last week. But so Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cards were found in pre-release packs.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was speculation that this was done on purpose. I'm going to go on the record and say I don't think Wizards is smart enough to do this on purpose.
They said it was an accident.
It was 100% an accident.
Yeah.
And they were offering people replacement cards.
Which I think was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this goes into the next one, which is that there were just a ton of problems with this release as far as quality control.
Yeah.
There were no stamps on the promo cards, which they announced.
Yeah, I thought they were getting rid of that, yeah.
But what they didn't really clearly say, they weren't promos. They're just foil rares. Without the
so
stamps,
there's nothing
they don't say
signifying.
P, that means it's promo. It just has a number, which means it's a numbered card from the set.
So it's literally just
It's not
a
special
card.
at all. Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
that's part of how this happened, because it was just rares. It wasn't. If you have only promo cards, then you're printing those separately, and probably you're not getting accidentally. But they probably printed the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at the same time, and they got mixed in.
Yeah.
So beyond that, so a lot of the foils had problems. Have you guys seen the pictures of the gouging that happened on some people's foils?
No,
I've seen some stuff on the internet where people were posting pictures of foil issues, also like slightly off-centered cards where
Yep.
it's like the
I
back's
had those.
fine, but the actual front side picture is slightly off to one way or another, and it actually just straight up miscuts.
Yep. All of that. I also saw a lot of blurry prints where it was
like
not-
Some people collect those.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. So error cards can be valuable, but when you have a ton of them,
Yeah, they're probably
probably
not.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I bet there are still some people that will collect those. I bet they're not going to be worth quite as much as the others, but I bet there's still people.
There may be.
Hunting
So
them down.
Contact me at duncan@commanderspod.com, because I've got quite a few from my box that were printed off center and some blurry stuff. So
Yeah.
if you're interested.
Yeah.
So that's all the stuff I have about Lorwyn. The next one we have, so the Fallout Secret Lair, as we record this, was released today.
Yep.
So-
Either of you try?
Yep.
And?
Tried and succeeded.
Yeah, Duncan bought. I asked him to get me the mechanically unique
The
ones.
Fallout Vault 33
So,
Secret Lair. So beyond Vault 33.
because there's no way I could have done that today. I was way too busy.
Yeah. So, well, first of all, overall, the Vault 33, Beyond Vault 33 had the mechanically unique cards. So that was the one I heard most people talking about. Some people were excited about the one that had
The dog.
the dog. Although, honestly, Jeff and I were talking about this beforehand. The Soul Ring was just awful. That is the dumbest Soul Ring I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's a pretty bad soul ring. I
It's just,
agree.
I'll put it up behind us, but it's just the dog's reflection in one side of the bowl with a golden ring around it for no reason.
I'm gonna say something here. I love Fallout. It's such a fun, unique world. It's sort of whimsical in this like post-apocalyptic crazy way. I don't know. Maybe it's me, but I feel like some of that is missing in this art. Other than maybe in the mechanically unique ones,
Yeah.
her in the wedding dress is pretty funny.
One, I think they did a good job of capturing her like okie dokie attitude on
Yeah.
her card.
Yeah, I think they did. But a lot of these, it's like it's just missing something. You know, I just don't think.
Like the ghoul's just standing there. He's just standing there.
And in the dog ones, he's just I don't know. I just think it's missing some whimsy.
I mean, I will say, like the dog one, the value there, it's not great. You got Lightning Greaves, Arcane Signet, Patchwork Banner, Soul Ring, and then a reprint or a reskin of Yashimara. Like
No, none of these I don't think were as great value. One of them had a Mesmeric Orb that was reskinned.
Well, one
Yeah.
had Nuka-Cola.
One had
vending
Nuka-Cola.
machine.
Nuka-Cola is a $20 card, and it's a $50 foil, $40 non-foil, and the other stuff in it was not worth.
Well, it's a $20 card non-foil, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Cloudstone Curio, they've printed a ton. I think you can get that sub $10, and I don't think the rest of the stuff in that one was worth anything.
No.
So I don't think the value was there on anything but the mechanically unique.
And we don't even know if the value's there on that yet because they're mechanically unique. We don't know yet. You can assume.
The Mesmeric Orb one, again, the cards
Yeah.
in it, a lot of them were from the Fallout set.
and it was focused on rad, so it's all rad-based effects.
It
And
does
Miller,
go with the
yeah.
commander deck, though.
Yeah.
So the
But-
commander deck that kept the Mothman.
Yeah, but they reprint the Mothman for
Yeah.
some unknown reason.
To
why
give
is
you a
Mothman?
different art, I guess. But I
guess.
wasn't really impressed with the art there.
I mean, I
either.
think this was more for people that missed out on it from the first time.
Also, who wants a Mothman egg as their Mesmeric? I don't know.
And
this is all
then
just
Welcome
weird.
to New Vegas it looks like all reskinned. So you got Tiny Bones reskinned, Ishin reskinned.
Boy, they've never
The
done
Deck
that
of Many
before.
Things reskinned.
Oh, yeah, they do Ishin
Nuka
all the
Cola
time, don't
Machine
they?
reskinned, and Cage Sun reskinned.
And even though Tiny Bones is like $20, which makes with that and the vending machine kind of be worth it, I don't know if Tiny Bones will keep being worth $20.
Is he worth $20? I
I
thought
think
the
so.
other Tiny Bones was worth $20.
Yeah, it depends
Yeah.
on which one you're talking about. There's two different Tiny
I
Bones.
think this is the one. I'll look it up.
Trinket's Thief. This is the one that you built your deck around originally.
Yeah,
the
I think
mono
he's the
black one.
expensive
The
one.
4 black. Each opponent with no cards in hand loses 10 life. This is that one. So this is not the Thunder Junction one. This is the older one.
But I mean, just overall, I don't know. Maybe the value was there in that one.
Yeah, non-foil says here is 30. Foiled was 40.
I did go back after I ordered 2 foil Beyond 33s, one for me, one for Jeff, and I ordered 2 non-foils. And so first of all, just to tell you, so new look to the checkout, new waiting room, no more little man walking down the thing. Now it's just a straight bar. It's a much cleaner look, much more professional looking. I thought it was done more smoothly. They make it clear. So when you go before the sale starts at noon, you can put the stuff in your cart starting at 11. The actual secret layers, you can put them in your cart starting at 11. And then you go in that pre-queue where when it starts at noon, all the people in the pre-queue are going to be mixed up, randomized, and put in a random order as far as what your order is for checkout. And then the people that come after 12 come after
Oh,
that.
that gets rid of the people that are like using computers and stuff because it's random.
Yep.
That's cool.
Well,
I
they've
like
been
that.
doing random, but this time it's if you can tell more what's going to
So
happen.
I actually could have purchased it myself if I wanted to this time because the payment method worked.
Yep, the payment method worked.
Okay.
However,
All right,
Oh,
here we go.
here's the glitch.
Hold on.
I was like, wow, this is going really smooth. And it said more than an hour, which I wasn't happy about. But in actuality, I only waited 40 minutes at most.
Well, because the product's still available.
Yeah, it's still available, which is weird. They must have printed a heck because this was popular. I saw a ton of people talking about it online.
It's good that they printed more.
They have tried to do, people have screenshots. They tried to do a 7-hour timer or something to make it look like they were going to run out in 7 hours, and then they took it down, I guess, to give a false sense of urgency. But anyway, so started at over an hour, went down to 46 minutes, then like within 5 minutes it was down to like 30. Down. Finally got to checkout. And go to checkout. The credit cards were working again. You could enter your CVVs. But when I did check out, and so our Patreon supporter Bryce had the same problem when he checked out. He texted me and told me. It says, okay, processing payment processed, confirmation loading, and it goes on and to a loading screen, and then both of us got a 505 gateway error screen.
Gotta watch out for that 505.
And I'm like, so I went back 2 screens, and it let me click here. There's a link to click here. It says if your thing doesn't load, click here. And so I clicked that, and I got the same thing. So we both thought the same thing. We went to our account history. First of all, I checked if my payment method got charged. It did. So I went to my account
Oh, that
history.
was good news for you then. That alone tells you you're probably good.
Yep, hopefully.
Yeah,
but I go
no.
to my account history, and the screen won't load.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Bryce is like, oh, I'm good. Mine's on there. Mine finally, after 5 minutes, loads, and it doesn't show it.
Right.
I'm
but
getting pretty
it's just
worried
catching
now.
up because everybody's probably doing that.
And then, so I go back to that other screen, do the click here thing again, and now this time it takes about probably a minute, but it doesn't do the 505. It actually shows me the order process screen and says congratulations. And
Cool.
yep.
Well, I'm glad
So-
at least it worked. And it
least
sounds
it
like they're
worked.
trying to fix it.
So this one, start to finish, in getting the final confirmation of, yep, I'm good to go. How long?
50 minutes, 55 minutes.
Not too bad.
Compared to the,
Survivable.
4 hours it was
Yeah.
the last one you went to do?
Yeah, and how long was it that you were waiting and then
Ended up not getting it
Oh,
all.
I
It was
don't
like 2
remember. A
hours,
long time.
2 hours.
Yeah, and that pretty much was like, I'm done until they prove they can do it well. So
But
until we have one of these conversations where like
no problem?
no problems, I'm probably just gonna have you pick up one here and there that I really want and then pay you for it. I actually do, if it's okay. I know we could probably move on, but I feel like something went wrong with their art division or whoever did this, because I know I just said that their art was missing some whimsy. It's missing a lot more than this. This seems lazy to me. If I remember back to like the Deadpool, where they really captured his sort of breaking the fourth wall, humor and comedy. Fallout has a lot of humor and comedy in it too, and a lot of it's sort of kind of violent or funny and maybe even inappropriate at times. But other than a couple of these on the one I bought look okay, but most of them are not. They're boring. They're extremely boring. I'm kind of disappointed, to be totally honest with you.
I don't know why you wouldn't have the ghoul, like,
doing something
shooting
cool.
somebody.
Yeah. Or doing something funny. Yeah.
And he's just standing there.
I mean, this is the scene where he's
smiling.
This is the scene where he cuts down everybody in this particular area, where he just like takes everybody out.
Half grin, yes.
But still, not that great. I feel like this is a bit lazy. And I'll tell you right now, it does affect your sales, man.
Well, and my thing is, so why did they rename the T-45 armor T-60? Like, I know T-60's from the show. It's the exact same armor? Even though it's T-60 versus T-45?
Yeah, they actually, they just, well, there's a T-60 in the video game, and I assume probably maybe in the new, I haven't watched the new season yet because I want to get all the seasons there.
All the episodes, yeah.
Yeah. But there is a T-60 in the video game.
I mean, I would have done, like, Commander Plate or something. Like, do something different for the T-60.
I mean, that would have made sense. Again, I feel like this was lazy.
Yeah.
Well, like, even the flavor text on these, like, if you compare them to the Deadpool ones, where Deadpool had, like, really great flavor text that made sense for each card and everything, like, now, I'm not a Fallout fan. I haven't watched the show, nor have I played any of the video games, because it's just not my style of game, so I don't really care for it. But Lucy's card, for example, says, the mission of the vaults should be important to everyone. I don't know if that's something she actually says or
it is something she says, but
again,
she has said way
not the best
I
thing
would have put
she said.
okie dokie.
Yeah, and then the gunslingers is Fio, Fierte, Y formal.
That's not a terrible one, but the rest of them are pretty bad.
Yeah, it is a knight's duty to better this fallen world is Maximus's, and then
which I don't think he's ever said.
And then the Spirit Mantle, which is the last one that has one. Lucy left a super duper mart looking like a wastelander, but she vowed never to act like one.
Yeah, and it's just some lady blocking her eyes from the sun or something.
Out of
is that Lucy?
It's supposed to be Lucy.
It doesn't look anything like her.
Yeah, it's supposed to be her.
That's lazy.
So
that's frustrating too, because it's such a good show and video game.
Well,
amazing.
you're getting it, so.
What?
I said you're getting it, so you better get to liking it.
I mean, I still like it. It's the only chance I have to have that. So
I think the Lucy card has a lot of potential to be a fun deck.
Yeah,
really?
Whenever a token is created, whenever a token enters, you may have target player other than its controller create a token that's a copy of it. Then you draw a card if an opponent created a token this way. Do this only once each turn.
So you want to get tokens on other people's turns.
That person who is creating the token, or who you choose, the target player, can be you. So if you do things like the Spirit Orchard, or no, what's it called?
It says other than its controller.
No. I know. It can't be one you created, but if you have that Forbidden Orchard, where when you tap it, you give somebody a spirit token.
Oh.
You get one too.
Right.
Yeah, because they're the controller. Yeah, that's a good point.
And there's other things that let other players create a token.
Mm-hmm.
Tempting Contract.
And the art on this one is actually good.
Yeah. The downside with this is the only once each turn.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to spread it out throughout the game to make sure you get maximum benefit. Because if you do 4 in one turn, you only get once. So you got to really make sure you pick and choose.
Yeah, but it's going to be things that trigger on other people's turns.
It's going to be interesting to see what people do with it. But either way, we got it. So I'm sure someone will figure out how to break it.
I wonder also if there's bad tokens. Well, there's the Cursed Roll token.
Can't you make some copies of stuff that becomes a token?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could do it.
Yeah, there are ways to do it. Like, I don't know about mono white, but there are definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point too. In mono white, that's
mono white, and she's a 5-drop for a 3/5 with that ability.
It's not that great.
I feel like it's just really slow, but I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. But anyway, overall, they have fixed the website a lot. It's not perfect yet, but it was a much better experience. Many people said they got in and out pretty quick. But it is still up there as of 5:30 Eastern time on that same day.
I don't know if any of them have sold out. It doesn't look
Maybe
like
the
any
bundles. Go all the way to the bottom of the page.
The bundles might have sold out. Nope.
No, it looks
Nope,
like some of
still
them are
the
still
bundle.
available. So
It's all still there.
Yep. So I don't know. We'll see. Well, we'll move on to, I think, the most exciting news we've had in a while. The Marvel Precons. We have leaks that tell us at least what these decks do.
right.
So the villains have a connive theme.
Yep. Makes sense.
I think that's pretty cool. Villains do connive. We were talking before we were recording, Jeff and I, and I said they just did a connive deck, and Jeff said, "Who cares? This fits a villain theme."
And it looks like blue, black, red,
Yep.
which is Grixis, which is also kind of the villain colors of Magic World. So they get a good job, kind of Magic lore-wise, too, picking the right colors for what would be a villain deck, which is blue, black, red. That's kind of known to be the darker side of the clans or families, however you want to put it.
That's why the good guys play green and white.
Something like that.
I know Jeff really liked the connive theme, though.
Yeah, that's how it fit.
And just in case you guys forgot what connive is, it's you connive, you draw a card, discard a card. If you discarded a non-land card this way, you get to put a 1/1 counter on the creature that connived.
Yep.
So kind of a dig mechanic with a +1/+1 mechanic. So there's a lot of different things you can do with that, especially in blue, black, red. Blue, you got proliferate. Red, you have a lot of cards that dig, and black is really the most known, I think, for the connive mechanic out of all 5 colors. I think they have most of the connive stuff in
Yeah.
it. So good color combination for that, for sure.
Yep. Wakanda Forever has a Monarch and Artifact theme.
Monarch making a reappearance is pretty cool. I enjoy Monarch. I think it's something that's really fun. It brings another element to a game, and it always kind of makes you think, well, I could hit this person who's open, but that guy, if I hit him, I get to draw a card. And I really want to draw a card.
Yeah.
And it's a fun additional mechanic to add to the game. So I'm glad they're bringing it back. I think it's
Also, white-green for artifacts. Weird.
I mean, for artifacts is usually blue is going to be your artifact
Or
color.
maybe red.
Yeah, red's a little bit better. So yeah, green, white being the color for this is a little interesting for sure.
It's very weird. I like it.
Well,
Could be cool.
Wasn't the Black Panther Secret Lair card green black?
Green white. So,
It was green white.
I think
thought
it
green
was.
black.
Yeah,
It was
because
green
a
white.
land stuff.
Right. So
I land and +1 counters.
Yeah. I think it was
so-
green white.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's interesting. But it's a cool theme for Wakanda.
yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, of course, with them having the monarchy system in the films too,
Yep.
makes the most sense.
Fantastic Four has a quote non-creature spells and quote protective field description.
And this is a 4 color, so this
What's that
is
mean?
red, green, white, blue. So this is everything minus black.
So I'm guessing Johnny Storm's red thing is red. Or
Well,
green.
no,
Maybe they'll say thing is green.
Yeah, thing is
'Cause
green.
he's
Johnny's
stocky.
red.
Sue's
Invisible
white for protection,
Yeah,
and Reed Richards is blue because it's the smartest color. Everybody knows that.
gosh, you too. I can't catch a break. No, I mean with that
Maybe
kind of.
if you were more blue.
I mean, the big thing for this one, I would say, is when you kind of think of that, you think of like Pelfort, you think of Group Hug, like you kind of think of I'm going to protect myself without having to deal combat damage. So that's kind of what I think when I hear that.
You know what I would love? They won't do it.
Oh gosh, okay.
Jeff would love this more than me if they put Teferi's protection in there.
Oh geez, yeah, no, I don't think
Make it Sue's protection.
Yeah.
Well, you know what though? There's enough now, like Teferi's Protection, Dawn's, whatever it's called. There's like a whole bunch of them now. I bet they put one in there. I bet there's a couple.
Oh,
of
I
those.
bet you there's a couple of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
if
what?
actually,
So
There is
there's no creature spells in this deck? Is that what they're saying?
No,
No,
I think it's
it's-
focused on non-creatures.
Yeah, it's focused on like more, like, which is why I'm thinking Pillow Fort, because all your enchantments are very Pillow Fort, right? You got Ghostly Prison, You got propaganda.
You're going to be able to fling the thing.
Sagas.
I bet you anything you can fling the thing.
Oh, that would be great.
I bet sagas are going to be in this. It could be
sagas would make sense.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, just
Love
basically upkeep
sagas.
triggers. Yeah, maybe.
Oh, in
maybe
a comic
more
book style
fair.
like they did with Spider-Man?
Oh, yeah, like
The thing that stinks is, like, I'm trying to save money for Star Trek, and now I'm just going to buy 4 Commander.
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole year you got to get through in The Hobbit. You're going to be tempted in The Hobbit. Let me just tell you. I was talking to somebody the other day and saying why. They said, well, what one set would you want? Like, if you could have the whole set just from A to B, all the cards, A to Z, all the cards. And I said, Lord of the Rings.
Star Trek.
I mean, if I can't have beta. Otherwise, I'd have beta.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah, everyone wants beta.
But if I have to pick like a realistic set. Because, I mean, think about it. The One Ring, Orcish Bowmasters, there was one that I forgot about then, and I'm forgetting about it now, but there's another big one that's from that set.
Oh, the blue one. The one in the blue, you can cast all spells as they have flash this turn.
I mean, there's that one too.
Which is really good.
But there's another bigger one like that everybody plays, and now I lost it again. But anyway.
Oh, there's a bunch of bangers
There's
for
so
Commander
many things,
in
and they're going to reprint a lot of that in
which is
the
cool.
Hobbit.
And then we got to hit this Avengers.
So the Avengers Assemble is equipment and +1/+1 counters theme.
Right, and
which makes me think Voltron?
Yeah, I mean, I can see it being Voltron. It looks like on the picture, too, of the box, which, again, this is all leak stuff, so we don't know if any of this is real, but it looks like there's Nick Fury on this one with Captain America.
Pretty much been confirmed.
How can it be Avengers Assemble, though, without all the Avengers?
And it's only the leaders of the Avengers on the front. It's like the guy in charge and then
I know, it's weird. Then why is it Avengers Assemble?
So I have
Avengers, we don't need the rest of you.
Well, because don't forget, Tony Stark in the Secret Lair was red-blue, so he fits.
Yeah.
You had Storm, which I think Storm was green. She had green. Black Panther had green, so he wouldn't work in there. But again, he wasn't an original Avenger, so we haven't had a Thor yet, right?
Yeah,
what if it's the new Avengers? What if this is Avengers Assemble, the new Avengers? That'd be cool.
I don't know if
Thunderbolts.
It is. I mean,
I don't even know. There's multiple new Avengers now. Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
I mean,
it would make sense if you have Thor.
If you were going to buy
Tony
one of these,
Stark.
I hope they don't do this, but it could just be Voltron, Captain America.
Yeah, that'd be sad.
Which wouldn't make sense.
If you had to buy one of these right now with a very little amount of information, which one would you buy?
Villains.
Which was
Connive. You jerk. That's the one I was thinking about.
Well, you can pick the same one.
Yeah.
Because we all agree, they really only need to print one every time because there's only one good one.
That's not true.
That's what I think. One or two is fine.
That's what you think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be curious about probably I'd go with the villain one too, just because I'm starting to lean more and more into that color scheme as I'm building decks. So it's getting a little bit closer and closer to my heart of being my favorite color scheme.
Yeah.
So I'd probably go into
So you're the villain, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, two of my favorite decks now that I currently have built is Azula and Prosper. So I mean, I might as well lean into it. Everyone else thinks I'm the villain. So
I think because I already have a whole bunch of Avengers cards, I think I'd go with the Fantastic Four one.
See, that's the other one I was thinking about, just because I think it would be really fun if they do team up stuff with all 4 of them. Where if you do something with these 2, it does something, because I think that'd be sick.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I did almost say that one just because non-creature spells are my jam.
Yeah,
they really are. Which
but
I like
creatures.
More
information.
Yeah,
I don't know yet.
Yeah.
I don't know either, but. Because
if it's all just protective,
if it's all just instants and sorceries, which I don't know now if that's the case, then I wouldn't want it. I don't care.
No, I don't think so. But I'm worried it could be all healing and prevent damage, and I don't want.
I do feel like with at least the verbiage you said, it could potentially be more of a little bit of everything, anti-combat damage, counter spells. You can't attack me unless you pay more.
That's true.
I feel like it's going to be more of a protective package, kind of based off of the description you gave. So I don't know. We'll have to see though. But
maybe there's new cards.
But I mean, so before we move on to the next segment, I do want to point something out. So Marvel is announced to release in June. We now have this leaked, and we've already had previous cards shown and showcased to us already for this set. Secrets of Strixhaven, which comes out in April, and I looked it up to double check. We have zero information on still.
Because it's a secret.
We have.
It is the
It's in the
secrets
name.
of Strixhaven. Yeah,
we
it's
have
right there. It's obvious.
no confirmation of what the icon's going to look like. We have no confirmation if there's commander decks. We have no confirmation of any cards technically in that set yet, as of an article from January 18th, which was 1 week ago. We have nothing. And we already have a bunch of information for Marvels, which doesn't come out until 2 months after Secrets of Strixhaven.
Well, again, this was a leak.
Right,
It
but
wasn't a
even
spoil.
before the leak, we had a spoil of cards in this set.
That's true.
And we still haven't had anything
Well,
for
here's the thing.
Strixhaven. So,
I really feel like they're treating the in-universe things as like, here you go. All right, now here's the good
Well,
stuff. you
they
want.
said that. They said how well the universe beyond has been for them. It is
Right.
the golden child. But here's the thing: all of us have been shopping with our wives in the mall, where we have to go to Victoria's Secret, and there's no secret. You know exactly what's up. There's no. I don't know why it's called a secret. It's not a secret. It could be a secret if people wore more clothes, but there's no secret. You know everything. They're keeping the secret. They're keeping the secret.
If they legitimately are doing this because of that, I mean, good on them, because that's a great ploy. However, again, sorry, Wizards, do not give you enough credit to actually think about that.
Something tells me they're not doing
Here's the
that.
thing.
Yeah.
But that would be
There
funny.
is still a set coming up before it,
Right.
but I think in the next 2 to 3 weeks you will start seeing a couple things teased for Lorwyn.
But is anyone excited about
Not Lorwyn.
Secrets
I mean,
of
Strix-
Strixhaven?
Yes,
Like, did anyone?
I like the original Strixhaven.
But you buy everything. So can
But
you tell us in the realm of how excited you are? Like, is it like
I am
the least
okay.
favorite
Teenage
of the whole year?
Mutant Ninja Turtles, I'm like a 6 out of 10.
I'm like a 2 on that. Yeah.
And then for Secrets of Strixhaven, I'm probably a 8.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
No, I'm
really
excited.
high then.
I'm
Well,
excited.
Out of 10?
Secret-
Or out of 100?
out of 10.
Okay.
Well, see, I mean, Strixhaven the first time, it did have a lot of good cards in it.
Yeah, and it was spell slingery.
Yeah,
I
which
like
is
spell
his
slingery.
shtick. And one of your favorite defensive cards came from there, the Ink Shield.
I
from
don't
Strixhaven.
play it that much, though.
So,
I think you got it like one deck. It feels
well, it's
good
in
when
colors
you do
that
it.
you're not in, though.
It feels good
It's
when
white
you do
black, which you don't really do a lot of. So,
it. I mean, I have at least one dedicated white black deck, and I have other decks that have white and black in them.
right.
But that's also because they're 4 and 5 colors.
Right, exactly. So it doesn't really count. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have as many.
I am probably only a 7 on Marvel.
I mean,
I'm tired of Universes Beyond. I really am. I'm not, now Hobbits. While it's Universes Beyond, it's magic adjacent. You know, what I mean,
Right.
it feels. Like magic,
I go back to my view on Universes Beyond, which is it's just another world that actually has good story behind it. Like you have Strixhaven, another world, but I don't know anything about it. You ask most Magic people, especially they don't know anything about it. Like even if you didn't watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when you were a kid necessarily, you know about it.
Yeah,
So,
but I don't care about it. And Marvel, I care about, but I don't. I'm tired of it. I got a taste with the Secret Lairs.
well, it's because they did Spider-Man so bad. I do feel like that affects it. Spider-Man was so bad.
I don't think so because I like Spider-Man more than most people. I thought it was a decent set more than people gave it credit for.
yeah, I
It
mean,
was
people
an
did
incomplete
dog
set.
that set real hard.
Yeah,
I don't think it deserved to be dogged that bad, but it was not a great set.
It was not. It was like an unfinished product.
Yeah, because like
But what they
70
had,
Spider-Mans
I like.
and some other.
It's kind of like when you were a kid and like you went to write something in like big font on your paper and it started off really big, but then as you got towards the end of the paper, you needed more room and it just got smaller and smaller because you're like, crap, I ran out of space.
Yeah.
That's kind of what Spider-Man felt like. It started off like we had some bangers that were leaked and showcased, and then like as you got through the set, like you can kind of tell it just felt like it got a little squished.
I think part of the world issue too with what you're saying, Duncan, might be that it takes place in like the real world.
Yeah.
So you're like seeing like bicycles and cars and just
In New
a
York
hot
City.
dog stand.
Yeah.
I mean, they have some really weird ones too. Like, did they have a hot dog or just a hot dog stand?
They had the hot dog stand,
dog
and then
stand.
the food token was a hot dog.
Okay, and
A
then they had
glizzy,
some other
as they
stuff
call
like
it.
that too. So I do
A
think maybe
camera
that's
lens, Peter
I,
Parker's camera.
I feel like that to some degree can definitely ruin
Yeah,
the immersion.
So, but here's my thing: is like with Fortnite, right? They have these add-ons like
Yeah.
Star Wars or whatever.
Yeah, my kids love
But they
them.
don't like when it's not that, they don't say, well, we're not going to put much effort in. It's just Fortnite. Like, they're still pushing the game. I feel like Magic's like, okay, here's your normal set.
Well,
now let's get to the good stuff.
I mean, honestly, you're going to put your money in marketing where you think it's going to turn back.
But not just the marketing, the development.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't. Spider-Man was Universe Beyond. I don't feel like they developed that. I don't think the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles looks very good, and that's Universe
Besides
Beyond.
Super Shredder, I still think that part's going to be sick.
Yeah.
I think they're just pushing too much content out, and they're not doing a good job.
Anyway, we have beat this dead horse before. So the last bit of news we have, the Hasbro execs are being sued by 2 shareholders. You may have heard about this.
Yeah, this is
so
crazy.
Basically, what they're talking about is just before Lord of the Rings came out. And Hasbro, remember when they were throwing product out, we found out afterwards?
Right,
It's
yeah.
during that span. And Hasbro was telling their shareholders, we're in a great spot. We don't have any fears. We're going to just grab this market. It's going to be awesome. Magic's going to do this and Magic's going to do that. And Bank of America, an analyst for Bank of America had written an article and said, hey, we feel like they're actually about to have a fumble because they're printing too much product. They're
Releasing too much.
releasing too many sets.
Yeah.
And that information was never shared with shareholders. So they feel like you're supposed to be open and truthful in all the risks involved with your company, and they weren't.
Right.
So it's kind of an interesting suit, and a theory I heard, which is just a theory, is that the reason that they're suing the executives and not the company at large is because it will make those executives' financials they'll be investigated.
Yeah.
And they think that maybe some of them may be embezzling.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the thing that's really crazy about this is
They're saying Magic is releasing too many Magic sets in general.
Well, that's what they were. This is from this period of like 2020 to 2022, I think,
or 22,
just
or
up to
23.
23, right
Yeah.
before Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I mean, and this is something that, I mean, again, kind of going back to the dead horse that we just kind of walked away from, that we said we were going to be done with. This is something that I feel like is reflected in the consumer when they keep saying, like, we can't keep up, stop doing it, please slow down, like, we want to buy your product, but you are killing us, like, you are putting too much out there too fast, we can't keep up with it.
Okay.
So I mean, it does go kind of hand in hand with that and what these 2 shareholders are saying and what their concerns are.
Well, and since then, and I believe this was from evidence that is being collected for this. So they collected evidence from Wizards employees, and it was revealed that remember 30th anniversary,
Yeah.
the $1,000 set that nobody wanted, and they had to pull it from Secret Lair an hour after it. They went in landfills.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, but I don't think what the accusation is that they didn't disclose
That they did that.
that's what happened. And there's
Well, the 30th anniversary is outside the scope of the suit, but it did come out after the other sets.
the second. Well, this says there's 2
Where-
complaints, and that is one of the complaints. And the second complaint is the parachute strategy. Did you see that? So apparently, what they're being accused of doing is that anytime a part of Hasbro was not functioning properly, was not bringing in the revenue they needed, they'd parachute in a Magic the Gathering set. Mostly like a master set, a reprint set,
Yep.
something that's cheap and easy to do. And then they started doing that with Secret Lair too, which if you think back to the experience many of us had, it does feel like that's what they're doing. Like,
Oh,
let's
we've
just
all
get a
known
set
that's
going
what they're
quick. We got to drop it in to make the numbers look good. And if they were doing that, because this is all allegedly, if they were doing that, that was being done to misrepresent the finances of the business.
Right.
So I don't know. It'll be interesting. Typically, 2 shareholders suing, like this is a tough one. This is going to be a tough one, and we may not have an answer for a long time.
Yeah, no, this is not going to
And
be
it'll probably be settled out of court, and it'll have NDAs and stuff. So
I don't think these guys are going to let it be settled out of court. I think they want the financials revealed and the onion
money,
peeled.
Well, it's always money. So I don't know.
I mean, that's true if they throw enough money at it. And my thing is, too, what is shareholders? Do they each have like 2 shares each? Or are they like
how
significant?
I guess we don't. I guess
we don't know.
But
In
what
fact,
we gather, they're pretty significant.
One article I said that these 2 claim that they have been shareholders for a while, but that no proof has been provided.
I wouldn't imagine they have much. This seems like a very difficult case to win, but I don't know.
Yep.
I mean, it's tough because you're saying the business practice. You have to prove that they knowingly.
They did throw away product during that span.
What? They
did knowingly throw away product.
That's not illegal, though.
No, but it is if they didn't tell their shareholders.
Well, that's where you have to get into, like, what was the intent? It's very tough. It's I guess, I don't know who I'm going to say good luck to, Hasbro or the people suing them.
I would say the people suing them. Hasbro's going to continue on no matter what happens in the suit. And if these people get this to...
Unless it's not true. Unless it's
we know a lot of this stuff is true. We know that they pumped out product like crazy. We've known for a while that they're using magic to make up for their shortcomings. And
correct, but those things are probably not illegal. Like you have to, the intent you have to prove.
But it is illegal. You have to disclose certain things to your shareholders about risk.
Again, that's what they have to prove.
Hey,
that's what they have to prove. Because you can make the argument, hey, we threw that stuff away to help the business so it didn't look bad on the marketing side, so we didn't ruin what people thought about magic. It was done for business purposes to improve the business. It wasn't done to hurt the business. Like, that's what they're going to do. They're going to get in these arguments. They're going to fight in court, if it even gets to court. But I don't know. It's tough because we love this game. And we want it to do well.
But we're all frustrated with how they've been running.
Yeah, and that's the positive. Maybe what will come out of this, I guess what I'm hopeful for then, is it would come out of this as some truth. And that some information would come out and bring something to light that can tell us sort of what to watch out for. And again, if you guys are reading this and you're feeling like Duncan does, and maybe even like the 3 of us do, where they're doing some of this parachute strategy or whatever they're allegedly being accused of doing, you don't have to buy every set. If you feel like their Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles didn't have the effort put in, Spider-Man didn't have the effort, don't buy it. Because if you don't buy it, their strategy doesn't work. It only works if you go and buy it.
So, if the same thing happens to Star Trek, don't buy it.
Again, like I talked about before, there are levels to which, if it's your favorite set, if Final Fantasy wasn't good, you probably still would have bought it. Because it's Final Fantasy. That's my Star Trek. But when it comes to all the other stuff, no. Maybe Star Trek, Star Wars, those. But the rest of it, I'd probably be like, no, I'll skip it. And that's true, I have. I've skipped a lot of sets.
So you don't buy boxes?
Well,
what would be the line for Star Trek for you? What is the line where it's like, this is so bad I cannot buy it and support it? Like, is there a line?
Oh, yeah, if it's inaccurate. If it's inaccurate to the series, like if the art is absolutely terrible and they put stuff in there that isn't true. Like
Picard becomes a woman?
Oh, yeah, that would do it.
So there is a level of, they still have to have a level of quality to them.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Okay, so, I mean, that makes me feel a little bit better. But, yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean,
what would your level have been on Avatar?
Yeah, I would have if I felt like they dishonored what Avatar was. Hence why I have strong feelings about the live-action show and the movie that they made years ago. Because they dishonored what the source material was. Which me and my buddies talked about this the other day. I'll give you a little quick tidbit. It's insane that when people have such great source material like Star Wars or like Avatar did or like Star Trek has, and yet they don't use it, and they try to do their own thing.
Yeah,
mind-blowing to me.
How about Star Wars? Star Wars, where they're like ruined Luke Skywalker.
Well, the worst part about Star Wars, which my buddy sent me this video about, and then I'll be done with it, was the person who did the director. I can't remember her name.
Rian Johnson.
The female director.
Director, or do you mean Kathleen Kennedy?
Kathleen Kennedy is in charge of all.
She was in charge. She was.
She stepped down. Happy days.
Yeah. And Filoni, it seems like he'll be good.
Yeah.
So she, in an interview, said to a reporter and a live audience, we had zero source material to go off of for these new movies. Which is the most heinous thing you can say about Star Wars. Because if anything has too much source material, it's Star Wars. There's 800 books.
She's an idiot. Because then later on in another interview, she uses Spider-Man's, the quote from Spider-Man where it says, "They who have great power comes great responsibility," and said Yoda said that. So yeah, she's an idiot.
Well, and the other worst part was George Lucas had technically written a rough outline script of episode 7, 8, and 9.
that was turned over to them.
Yeah,
the sad thing is he gave her his blessing. So what was he doing?
Raking in the money.
Frustrating.
I mean, clearly she interviewed really well.
Yeah, or like Duncan said, he was just like, "Hey, I'm gonna get this check," but I don't think so. I feel like he still loves his story. I feel like he wouldn't have wanted to be ruined like that.
Yeah, I think he genuinely is. But I mean, overall, I do think that what you guys are saying is true. I mean, there is a level of, again, they only will do as much as we let them do. So if we keep supporting them and letting them do this, they'll continue to do it. And so that is something to take to heart. I know it's rough and it's hard because you might be in love with TMNT. It might be your favorite comic book series and animated series and movie series growing up. But just think if we keep supporting them and keep telling them it's okay to keep doing this, why are they not going to?
But if it's your favorite thing, you're still going to buy it. I'm not going to be mad at you. If it's your favorite thing, buy it. No one's going to be mad at you. But if it's not, and you're still buying this stuff just because I have to own every card or I have to buy every set to keep up, you don't have to. I do
but if you enjoy doing it, good on you.
I know, but if it's garbage, man, say no.
It is a hard. My hope for this suit, and this is my genuine hope, is that after this suit goes through, we have a better game to keep playing, and we have better accountability for the people making this game. That's my hope, because at the end of the day, Magic is a game that is meant to bring friends together and is a hobby for you to be able to enjoy and, maybe step away from the burdens of your life or whatever may be going on. And if that gets taken away from us, I know for me personally, that would suck.
Well,
that would just be really awful.
Let's just be positive for a second. You don't have to because I'll ask a question. It can be negative if you want. How do you feel the state of the game is right now? If you sit down to play the game, is it good?
Yeah, I
think it's great.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy it.
The new system is wonderful.
Here's the thing. I think this year was better than last year.
Yeah.
Because last year they had 12 sets.
Yeah.
And the year before that, I think they had 12 sets.
Yeah.
This year was better.
Okay.
The year ahead, looks like it's pretty good.
Okay.
And we'll see what they do the year after, but I'm hoping it's similar.
But what about just the game?
The game itself?
Sitting down to play the game.
I think it's good.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
So, they could do all this stuff over there. If tomorrow they only printed 2 sets a year, or you didn't buy any sets, this game, you have enough cards. How many games are there in Commander? Cards are there in Commander right now?
I don't have enough.
Wild.
There's thousands.
You don't even own all of them yet, dude.
I know, which is what's insane. But yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. I agree. I mean, it is. I love being able to sit down, especially when people pull out Commanders, because even with as much as we watch and pay attention to Commander stuff, last year I think there was 400 new cards that could be Commanders that they printed.
Wild.
Right. I looked through a lot. I can't even name 400 cards that came out last year. So I do love being able to sit down and someone pulls out a Commander I've never played against, and they have this weird mechanic or this unique way of playing this deck, or So yeah, I mean, it is great that we have so many options now in this format, and there is so much available to us. So, it's hard to see this because, like Jeff said, it's hard to know who to kind of root for. But like I said, I think I'm rooting for the consumer. At the end of the day, I hope that this isn't taken away from us or ruined for us, the people who do love and enjoy this game and hobby. So,
yeah. And if it turns out an execs are embezzling or whatever, then it's time to get the tar and feathers out, folks.
I mean, just if something like that comes out, it could mean the difference in how this game goes in a positive way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know
could,
what I
could
mean?
make a difference. If if some truths come out that help make the game better, that's great.
But
Absolutely.
so you got any pro tips for us?
Yeah, so I wanted to touch on Lorwyn. It just came out. And we talked about the two kind of commander decks and what we thought of them. So I want to specifically talk about Anti-Ul, Curse Wretch. This is the Blight commander, so 1 black, red, green for a 4/4 Goblin Warlock. Ward, Blight 2. Whenever one or more -1/-1 counters are put on a creature, draw a card if you control that creature. If you don't control it, its controller loses 1 life. So the reason why I want to bring this up is because I was kind of looking through and I said, I kind of want to talk about the Blight mechanic. And so for the Blight mechanic, if someone has a commander that has this new ability or cares about this new ability, I'm going to tell you a KOS card, Kill on Sight. And it's Archfiend of Ifnir. So Archfiend of Ifnir is a 3...
Which is in the deck.
Which is in the Precon. It is a 3 black, 5/4 demon with flying, cycling 2, that says, whenever you cycle or discard another card, put a -1/-1 counter on each creature your opponents control. So hypothetically, someone has 5 creatures, and they're your opponent. You discard 1 card. That person has 5 -1/-1 counters distributed amongst all 5 of the creatures, and they lose 5 life. So that could get out of hand real quick if you're not paying attention. So just a little fun kind of combo card there for you guys that's already in the deck. If you're going to be playing with people, the set just came out this past weekend. So if you're playing with these precons and you're playing this game with people, if you see that guy drop, I highly recommend Killing on Sight.
That guy would be great in Nekisar.
Yeah, he would.
Because then you just keep wheeling.
Yeah, and you just everyone's creatures go by real quick. So
He's in my discard deck. It was a lot of fun.
And then the other thing about Blight I wanted to bring up and mention, because one of my buddies over the weekend asked me, he said, what's the advantage of Blight? I said, due to the fact that it is a -1/-1 counter, Blight gets around indestructible. So do keep that in mind if you're playing with somebody and you have indestructible creatures out. If you Blight them and you give them enough -1/-1s to make their toughness go down to 0, even though it is indestructible, that creature does die.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind with the Blight mechanic. -1/-1 counters do still kill indestructible creatures if their toughness gets low enough.
Yep. So that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
It's something to look for on that current set, kind of topical.
Yeah.
That's all the time we have for this week. Thank you for joining us. Sloan, where can they find us?
You can find us on youtube.com/@commanderspod. We do a video podcast as well as audio, including collector box pack opening of Lorwyn Eclipsed. We opened up, Duncan so generously let me open it up for him, and that has been uploaded, and you can go check that out. Got some pretty good pulls out of it for Duncan.
Yep.
A couple of cards I did not realize were as valuable as they were when I pulled them, so that was cool.
What makes me remember that I have not looked up that one. Bloom Tender had gotten up to $180.
Yeah, he did pull a
But
foil Bloom
that'll be
Tender.
going down.
Yeah,
I'm
so
sure it has.
It did go down a little bit, I think. But we do pack openings as well as a video podcast of us. So feel free to join us there so you can watch us. Email us at cast@commanderspod.com. We love hearing comments, questions, concerns, deck lists, deck techs, whatever you guys want. We'd be more than happy to do that for you as well. Just go ahead and send us a email there. Commanderspod.com is where all of our stuff is uploaded to besides YouTube, like I just mentioned. Patreon.com/commanderspod if you want to support us so we can keep making great videos like this and future videos. Hopefully gameplay videos as well this year is definitely on the bucket list. We're going to try to get that done and set up for you. And then last but not least, podcast site.
said that every
I know,
year.
I say it every year, guys, and I know you're probably like, at this point, you don't believe us at all. But
That's okay. I don't believe us either.
we really do want to do it. The problem is, if you can do math, there's 3 of us. Usually Commander's games are better when there is 4 people. So the problem is we need to make sure we have a 4th person that is able to...
I thought the problem was the microphones and the cameras and all the
Well,
setup
most
and
of
the
that's
editing.
most of that's set up. That's not as much as the issue.
To be honest, the real problem is, go ahead, pick a day. Remember how hard it was to just figure out when our D&D game was going to be?
Yeah, right, exactly. So that's the issue, is we would have to pick a day where all of us are available, including a 4th person to bring in to do it with us. So again, please bear with us. We're still trying to get that figured out.
Bear with us because it's hard to pick a day.
Really
But
is.
last but not least, listen, all of you guys got to be nerds. You know that the biggest boss for D&D is scheduling.
Just send us in what day you think we should do.
But last but not least, podcast sites, Spotify, Audible, iHeartRadio, Apple, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, etc. We are good.
All right. And as always, play bold, swing wide. Don't forget to pay the one.
Magic will leave on